Hello, everybody. Let me turn that up so it sounds better. I think. There we go. How do I sound to everybody? Alright, let's see. Fief, Jammed, Proud Bunny, hello, hello. Eden, ACL, Tyler, King, hello guys. Welcome on in. Thank you all so much for stopping by and saying hello. Hope you all are having a wonderful time. I'm going to get up here for a minute, go to the bathroom real quick before I sit down and get started. It's going to be a little bit shorter of a stream. I only got less than 3 hours. So we're not going to get too deep into things. I'm just going to kind of mess around type deal, and we'll see what we come up with. But BRB chat, I'm going to get up, go to the bathroom, get a drink, and be right back. Alright. Hello again. I am back down in my chair. Meat Crusher, hello. Welcome on in. Glad you could stop on by. Hello, Guy. Hello, Banana. And again, I hope all of you are doing a-okay. I'll pop into my personal map right now. Does Kiyomi know? Yeah, I would presume so. If you guys don't know the context of the question, which I highly doubt anybody does, there was a staff meeting, the usual weekly staff meeting for Railroads Online today. I was not a part of it because I've since left the team before that, and Kiyome should have been on, but judging by the sad, poor excuse state of the Railroads Online Discord, I would assume that he has seen things and was not happy with how things turned out. Kiyome does not handle the community whatsoever in any sort of fashion, hence why he doesn't speak in it. So I honestly can't say whether or not, in my opinion, if it was Joao's idea or Kiyomi's idea to shut down the Discord, which was a complete mistake on their part. I'm sorry. Because that's one thing I drilled and was very passionate about for being community manager for Railroads Online, is y'all need to be listened to. There is no ands, if, or buts about it. If a community in a game is not listened to, then you might as well toss the game in the trash and waste all your money. That's the simple fact. And that's what they're now going to be doing. Because they don't want to deal with the drama, which they created to their own fault. And yeah, look where it got them. Anyway, this is Rolling Line. For you guys that have not seen this game before, it is a modeling, train modeling simulator, if you will. Lots of fun stuff you can do and create your own layout. So we got a nice big size roundhouse here. Not entirely filled up with engines, but we got some nice, really cool modeled classic stuff from the Steam Workshop. This being the Pennsylvania T1? No, wait, it's got a turbine, so maybe it's not the T1. I got it from a T1 pack. This might be the S1. I'm probably embarrassing myself with that statement, but yeah. There's that. We got a big old SD unit, I believe. This is where I'm like embarrassing myself because I'm probably wrong again. I know this is a triplex, and this obviously is a GG1. So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in here that I've put in. There's a bunch of SW switchers. Yeah. So we were kind of messing around with this build. It's a map I started. It's not gotten very far at all. I was kind of just messing around with building track, kind of learning how things are doing. It is the Pennsylvania T1. Okay, thank you, ACL. But actually, I think we're gonna pop into another map because I don't actually have the brain capacity to model anything right now. It's not the mood that I'm in. So we're gonna go and load up some official stuff. Actually, it's not even going to be official. Where is it? Downloaded maps. So I wanted to load up P&LCE because the person who did this map actually reached out to me on YouTube here, saying that they were going to update the map since the last time I played. So we're going to go jump back into this one and kind of check out some of the changes that have been made. Yeah, King, in the long run, closing the Discord server is the worst possible thing they could do. And already what they have done has done a tremendous amount of damage to begin with. So let me kind of explain that, because right now, after the events that have happened in regards to myself being pushed out of the position of community manager because of how I was treated, they since have closed and deleted, as far as I'm aware, all the general chats that people have had access to for the past couple of months after the initial Discord rebuild. Simply because they could not handle the complete chaos that the server had become due to the, I guess, revolution, if you will, of how I was treated, which I did not ask for, full disclosure. I love you all, and you guys are amazing for all the support you've given me over this event, and even way before that being community manager. But because of what the choices they've made, not only in removing me, rather, I did remove myself, technically, because I was not gonna. The last thing I wanted to do is let somebody fire me. If I know I'm not wanted, I'll leave on my own accord. But yeah, shutting down General, as toxic as it was, is the worst thing you can do, and I'll explain why. And it's because when you take away the primary source of feedback for a community like this, that feedback is not going to stop. It will never stop. That feedback will keep going, and it will keep going to other places. They shut down that Discord, and every other alternative of review, assessment of the game, feedback of the game is just going to spread to everywhere else. Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, other Discord servers, Steam, for crying out loud, which has already been toxic enough as is. I've seen those reports, or those reviews rather. It's going to go everywhere else. So shutting down the Railroads Online Discord, the main head of communication between the development team and the community, you've put the last nail in the coffin for yourself. That's as simple as it is. That is community management 101. You listen to your community, you do not shut them out. Simple facts. So, when Joao has now since thrown himself, actually he threw me under the bus, but the bus decided to run him over instead, as I like to put it now. Yeah. Terrible decisions have been made in regards to the management in its current state, and continuous terrible decisions will probably keep coming until they finally put the game to rest, which unfortunately probably won't ever happen. So grab your popcorn, subscribe to your favorite popcorn company, and regularly grab a bag every now and again to see the chaos unfold, because there is probably more going to be coming, and they've doomed themselves. In terms of the game's actual development, my only 2 cents on that is Kiyome this time around really didn't have anything to do with what caused this explosion. Simply because he wasn't there. And, I mean, that has been a problem for the community and Kiyome for a long time, with Kiyome being absent for a lot of things. But yeah, with that said, he wasn't there. He wasn't involved in this. This was a restructure of management since the last Exodus that fell in on itself. All because one person wanted to control everything and was willing to step on everyone else in the process, even after promising they wouldn't. So that there is your issue. In terms of the development, though, I'm sure Kiyome will keep going in some regards. At this point, the Spline update has been well over 6 months since it started. I would imagine Kiyome is probably going to try and finish whatever sad excuse for the Spline update is, and push it, and then God knows where development's going to go after that. I had put in personal work for the Iron Hammer update, which I left there because I wasn't going to tear away things from them that I contribute to the game, because I still want to see the game succeed, despite the people controlling it now. But whether or not the work that I had put in for that game ever gets pushed out in the way that it should be is beyond me. If they remotely follow the material I gave them for the Iron Hammer update, then the game may see some decent multiplayer administration, and up until dedicated servers, if that even happens, whenever that happens. As for the Wild update, I've seen the personal results of what they've worked on for the Wild update. It does look promising, but at the end of the day, what it's only going to end up being is a polished turd. So there you guys have it. First 15 minutes of the stream. Enjoy that information. Do what you will. But that's going to be, that's going to be my final thoughts on the situation. There's nothing more really that I can do or say without really trashing on the NDA, which isn't entirely foolproof, but even there, I'm not even going to mess with that, because that's a whole storm that goes ugly either way. But yeah, so this map, going back on another note, was made by a guy named Nathan, I believe. What do you got here? Oh, and 30 gauge. It's a 3-foot gauge. No, that's not 3-foot. That's 30-inch gauge. And 18. Is there a visual difference? Oh, yeah, because the rails are closer. And the ties look... Oh, no, the ties are not the same length, but they're the same length from the end of the side of the rail to the end of the sleeper. So, okay. Wesley, I got pushed out of being community manager, or rather I left on my own accord due to how I was treated. And for my own mental health. And the tax that's caused on me. Nothing against the community. Like I said, I love every single one of you. You guys have been amazing, supportive, wonderful to work with. But at the end of the day, if it's management that's causing the issue, then it's not worth it. But again, guys, that will be enough on those questions today. For at least for a little bit. I am trying to unwind here and at least enjoy another game. So, if you guys have not seen Rolling Line before, like I said, it's a modeling railroad simulator. Well, I guess I don't know if simulation would be the right word for the game, other than the fact that you're simulating creating a model railroad, if that makes any sense. But yeah. So what we got going on here is basically a small... Actually, I can't even call it a small map technically, because it is quite impressive. But I was on this map in a previous stream, and some updates and changes have been made. So there's been a few extra details added like this. There's Easter eggs in here that I'm not going to bother, because I'm not going to understand any of them. We've got a nice drawer here. I think that was here originally. Some nice switchboard of the staging room, which I really love this staging room. I actually want to really look at how this whole map was made, because it is just breathtaking overall. Nice little flag hanging off here. Some little signs marking kind of like what the area is and whatnot. So yeah. There's a little note from the author. And Nate, I've actually interacted with on the Rolling Line Discord and here on YouTube. A really awesome person to talk to and kind of see the work in progress of their creations. And I love all the small details in this map, especially like this kind of stuff too, where it displays like the different track. Like here's the different gauges they have. So we got the small 18-inch down here and the bigger 30-inch gauge here. So we're gonna mess around here, and I might actually just go and bin all the trains, or at least just turn them all on and send them down the line, so to speak, and kind of see what kind of chaos we can cause. Although that tends to break things anyway. So you know what? Let's just grab things as they go. Because we have messed with the original trains before. But I'm sure you all want to see some other stuff on this map. Because we were playing with the original trains last time. There's even like signals in this game, which this map has plenty set up with. That works with the in-game AI system that operates the trains. But sometimes it's not always the greatest. So let's see. Yeah, you can create your own layout. Yeah, so the AI that's in this game really operates around these little signals. There's European version signals, and then there's the American system. We got the American system on this map. I'm just trying to go around and catch all the trains. I think I got all the ones at least moving. We'll leave all the smaller stuff. Okay, I don't think I hear anything else moving, so let's see what we can come up with. So I've been on the Steam Workshop for this game, and lots of fun stuff. We're in train mods. Let's take a look. We got 36 pages of fun stuff. There's a lot of like support for liveries or liveries, whatever you want to call it. So you can grab stuff from other like road lines, so like Canadian National, Conrail, you know, fun stuff there. I went and got Pensy stuff because I am a Pensy fan. There's Penn Central too. So we can throw in some PRR here. Actually, I can probably search PRR here. Yeah, so let's see. P5A. Okay, so this is like one of the electrics. I'll get rid of the switcher. I do like the switcher. You know, I haven't ran one of these. Let's run one of the Alcos. I mean, they're all the same, just renumbered. So let's see. Oh, and we got the E9s here too. Or, yeah, E8, E9. Whatever you want to call them. I have a K4, but I don't think I have a proper tender for it. One of my favorite engines, though, here is this triplex. So I'm going to place this down and kind of assemble it. And one of the cool parts about the modding community in this game. Let me see if I can hide this real quick. Just close the drawer. Is they've really figured out the whole like duplex triplex system by creating parts of the engines in completely different pieces, so that it actually operates the way it should. And the great part about this game is when you lasso stuff, it ends up acting as one engine as is. So now that these three parts are together, I can just click on any of those three parts and then move them, and they all act as one. The particles kind of flare up across all three pieces at first, but they do die down, as you guys can see. So we'll leave that there for right now. Let's grab some cars to go through, if I've got some to pick from. Yeah, so there's the T1, which I'll probably put on the map here in a minute. Where was the rolling stock? Custom door modding. I think I'm going to go trains and liveries. Liveries? So we got a PRR hopper. Is this the 3-bay one? Yes. Okay, cool. So we'll grab this. Close this drawer because it gets in the way. And then we'll clone to the left. Keep going a little bit. And then we'll push everything together. Doug, to answer your question, the scale by default, I think, is American Standard Gauge. Actually, no, it's not American Standard Gauge. There's really just one gauge default to the game. So there's only one track. Modding support has created different gauges, and I'll show you an example of that, because there's one on this map is an 18-inch, which you guys can see the track is significantly smaller, and so are the equipment on it. But I can grab, say, this little engine here and throw it on this, and this is how it would look. It would just be, the wheels would not line up with the track. But by default, this game, or the vanilla version of this game, does not have this gauge here. It's whatever this is, which I believe is the European standard. Oh, you know what? The European signals are here. I thought you only have the American ones here. Alright, my bad. Alright, so we'll put together some sort of decently long train here. Me Crusher, the maps are all, like, this is a player-made map. There are official maps, which I can show you guys. Actually, you know what? Why don't I show you one of the ones? And I'm sure you will all enjoy this. Oh, this brought me back here. Okay, interesting. So let me save this. Choose a thumbnail. So you can kind of pick your own custom, or create your own custom thumbnails for the map. And then save. Because I do love this map. The official maps, there's quite a few. One of the ones I actually do like, which will be ironic, is the Brazilian map. Hello there, derp. Adam, if you want kind of an explanation on things that have happened in regards to Railroads Online, or at least the Discord today, go and like watch the first 15 minutes of the stream. Yeah, so here's one of the official maps, one of the ones that was made by the developer of the game, named Gage Punk, I believe. And this map is beautiful. It's handcrafted, so you can't really do this style, like, edging on the stuff, on the edge of the layout, I guess. You can kind of get away with it by placing custom pieces, but having the terrain perfectly line up like this is impossible. It was something custom done. Which is kind of sad, because I really wish they had let players have the ability to kind of terraform in this, because the ground is kind of one solid piece in here. All the trees and whatnot in here, all the bushes, the rocks, all the track props, all that fun stuff, that's all individual elements. But we can go and turn on some of the engines here, and I'll start throwing the AIs on, and we'll see how long the AIs take to get themselves into a mess. And the AIs feed off the signals that are placed on the map by the people that made it. Oh, I already heard somebody couple into somebody else. This is, as you can see, the game has its own issues. The reason that coupled was because it got too close to a switch. And the other engine was too close. Alright, so we'll turn the AIs back on. This map is very beautiful in the way it was crafted. Hello, Beyblade. Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, I'm actually on a test build of this game. It's sort of a test branch, if you will. And I can show off some of the features because we were working on our own map here, but I'll let some of the trains run so you guys can see the map here. And the AI sort of in action. So the AI reads off these signals, and they'll change from like red to green or whatever. I won't go into placing them because I don't want to mess up the AI system on this map. But as you guys can see, when the AI is enabled for the engines, they will stop at signals that are marked red, so they won't, you know, obviously proceed and hit into another train. Now, it's not entirely foolproof because the AI sometimes does derp up. So as an example, you guys can see this train. I'll jump in here in the cab. Turn the headlights, cab lights on. There's also an auto switch feature for the AI. And this is a bit of a double-edged sword if you don't have it set up correctly, because this will give them free reign of switching their own switches to get it out of the way of another train, depending on the signals that they're given. However, if there's a lot of trains running on AI in the same area and they all have the auto or AI switch happening, and look, this is going to be another fail the AI. So I'm going to turn the AI off, stop this. Let's have out of here. So the reason this happened is because there was no signal in the opposite direction that was properly set up. So I'm gonna push this left, so it decouples. Oops, sorry. That's what I wanted to push. We're gonna turn the AI on this one to try to get it out of here, as well as this one because we didn't touch these. And in the process, we are going to grab this guy, back it up. Shouldn't get in the way of anything else right now. Alright, that's good enough. We're gonna grab that switch there. Get that engine moving, and then we'll turn the AI on. Doug, I have no idea in regards to the workshop in this game. I've only downloaded stuff from it. So, if you guys want, you guys can try and find the official Rolling Line Discord. A bit of a pain to actually come across. You might have to do a Google search to kind of get a hold of it. So we'll turn the AIs back on. Now there are 2 red signals here. And I don't know how the game is handling this, so we're going to see. Oh, I heard something knock into something else. Let's see, where did that happen? Oh, right there, look at that. So as you guys can see, yeah, derps tend to happen in this system. But if you have everything technically set up correctly and you've tested it a fair bit, 9 times out of 10 it does generally work. But this is a good example of probably running one too many trains on this map, for obvious reasons. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to yoink this train. And you can see that train stopped because it registered there being stuff in the way. Yeah, what? Don't get me started. This was actually my favorite map before that whole drama exploded. And I will show you a fun little fact here. Oh, actually, you know what? I need to look at one of the magazines, which conveniently are not standing up here, but that's fine. I know where to get them. This guy here. Oops. I don't want to edit. I'm just going to apply all changes. Scroll wheel. Oh, arrow keys. Is it this one? Yeah, so they have these really cool modeling. Oh yeah, it's probably this one. Modeling magazines that they have in game. So this is the one on this map. So here's the whole layout of this. And this layout is really, really nice. It's got a decent amount of turnarounds. It's got a really good staging area that I love. Lots of fun detail. Real life photos to kind of pull from. Yeah, all this really cool stuff. Real references. Obviously, they don't get everything 100% right, but they do get close in most cases. But yeah, and they got their own like little in-game advertisements for stuff. I thought it was this magazine. Believe it or not, the Railroads Online villain, Joao, helped with this game. And there is a picture of him somewhere in one of these magazines. And it's not this one, but I'm not going to go page for these. If you own the game, go give it a look. I want this. I want to edit room, I think. changes. Alright, HO, I kind of summarized at the beginning of the stream if you want to watch it or watch it later. Up to your own choice. Alright, yeah, let's get out of this map. Because you guys now kind of get to see what's going on with this. Let me see, were there any other good official maps that I liked? Miami Shelf is the first one I messed with. No. There's a good, decent amount of representation in this game. Oh, this is a decent one. So load up the Santa Fe map here. Alright, King, enjoy. So we got the Santa Fe over here, running the silver line. And this is another official map, so you guys can see the just easy, nice looking cuts along the terrain for the edge of the model layout. But over here is a really nice staging area. We'll go over here. The eye is running on its own. But for this one, there's really only 2 viable loops. So I'm going to turn the AI off on this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that train into the shunting area or staging area. So I'm going to go left, left, and then right. And hopefully that'll fit. We'll speed it up so it gets here quicker. Always wonderful touches, but that road crossing gets really annoying to listen to after a while. Oh, there's the Santa Fe coming. Oh, does this train actually fit? Yeah, okay. So we'll set up something fun here, I think. So get rid of these guys. And yes, I just deleted the big boy deal with the chat. Actually, I'm pretty sure someone's probably made a better big boy in the Steam Workshop, but I haven't seen it yet. They got a nice little picture of the layout here. So you guys can see it's pretty simple stuff. A lot of like overlying loops here. We're going to go over to... actually, we're going to do the modding one. Search for PRR because I want the S1 or T1, sorry. So we got the prototype or this one. I want to go to the prototype because the prototype actually looks better in my opinion. So place that there. And that one. So we'll turn this one around and hook it up. Alright, and then I don't think they have... Oh no, there's the modded Pullman coaches, which are awesome. Very nice looking. So I'll pop into one of these. And yeah, as you can see, there's a really nice interior. We can pull this. I don't know, should we do coaches or should we just do something a little bit more classic? Let's go to this and then this. We'll search up PRR again. So we got the hoppers here. We got this boxcar, which honestly is not my favorite and in my opinion poorly represents the Pennsylvania Railroad, in my opinion. But it is what we have currently. We got the hoppers. There's a centipede in here, which we can mess with. What's this one look like again? Hopper service. Grain loading company. I think I'll use this one. Because this is something that's generally running around nowadays. So we'll do a nice, long train here. Just something just completely ridiculous. And then we'll go and grab a capiche. So they go back into modding. Nope, that's custom modding. And PRR. I believe I have a capiche. Yes, I have a capiche. Nice. We'll throw that down. So, not the most realistic looking train. And we'll go and hook this up as we push everything through. Alright, so everything's hooked up. And we'll go and grab this, and we'll just put it on full. I'll jump into the cab too, so you guys get to see what this looks like. Some of them do have like these sort of switchboard supports, which are cool. There's an alright amount of detail in this. Obviously, it's for a model train simulator type deal. The overall model, if I get on the outside here, there's some nice added detail. The headlights on, the keystones up front. Tender's nice, and then we can pop onto the cars. I can teleport kind of to each one. Now this is ignoring the AI system for the signals, so we're kind of just going full speed around the map. And when you're in this sort of down ground view, obviously you guys can see the map looks way different. There's a lot of background sort of LOD, if you will. Actually, I don't even know if LOD would be the right word, but they backdropped the map here really well. So, like, as an example, everything off to the left here is completely fake. If I go and teleport, this is what I was looking at. It's just nothing here. So, look at that light, nice long train slithering around. Shift L in the cab, the firebox will turn on. I will have to try that. I don't think that'll really do anything here on this particular model. Doesn't seem like it has. Oh, and look, there's the poor Santa Fe barely to keep up. So let's grab you. Yeet. It's a Santa Fe map, but we're putting Pensies on it. Let's see what we got here. Let me double check the K4 situation. So I have a K4 tender that's marked patched. It looks alright, so it looks promising. Where is the K4 though, is the question. For rework K4, okay. Ah, yeah. So it looks like it got fixed. Or I did something to fix it. I don't remember. These things tend to happen. So we'll go and line this train up here. And I believe this is the pre-war, so we will do pre-war Pullmans. And these cars are much longer, but look so cool. So, fun fact, too, that I learned is you can, Grab this. You can actually control the cars themselves as if they were locomotives. So we'll get that to snap together real quick. Alright, we better do this in a hurry. Because I know that T1's going full speed, and this is a long train, so we gotta get this out of the way before the T1 comes rolling around out of that tunnel. And I think we'll make it. Uh-oh, I think I hear the other... Yep. Oh, no. Oh, wow. No, no, no. Alright, stop. Switch. Oh, crap. So now we got a drifting car. Oh, and the T1's on the wrong track. Oops. Alright, I'll grab this. We'll slow this down for a little bit. And I guess we'll put the K4 train on the other track that the T1 was on. Oh, we almost had an accident there. Alright, so that should solve that issue. Oh, no. No, that actually... Oh, crap. No, that does not solve that issue. Oh, no! I messed up. We failed. Because there's no other crossover on this map other than this one. So we need to back this up. I don't know if I have an S1, Wesley. Sorry. Hooray for multi-track drifting. Yeah, exactly. Actually, no, we'll keep that as is. So I'm not checking the end of this train, and I'm hoping that there's no other switches that's going to cause another set of drifting cars, but we'll see. So let's check. Oh no, okay, good. So I'm going to put the other two Pullmans on that we lost earlier. Alright, cool. So we'll give this a head start. And there you go, chat. Both trains now running. Turn the UI off there. So we'll pop ourselves into a seat here. This game, by the way, also has VR support. I unfortunately don't own a VR headset. So yeah, I can't give you guys that experience, unfortunately. I would love to, though. Make the train crash into another train. That's not really the... This is not exactly the right map for that. Looks like the K4 is even pulled slightly further ahead. That's just so satisfying to look at, though. I'm going to grab this switch here. Here we are. So now the next time the one train goes around, it should go through that lower end, which should be the T1. Yeah, there's not really too impressive in terms of crash physics. It's kind of just derpy, which is fun for me at least. But in some cases it does make a bit of a mess. Do some cinematic flying for you guys. That's a nice shot. And what that looks like from here is this. That's where we were just standing. I didn't even think about going in between here, if this would work. This is a nice way of viewing things too, sort of. Oh wow, you can actually get like a whole view of the map this way. William, to answer that question, it wouldn't be my place to do so. At the head of a massive train? I mean, yeah, fair. Mr. Watt. Or Watt, whatever way you want to pronounce it. And I apologize if I butchered it. Yeah, I'm no expert on trains. I see things that go woo and let them do so. Alright, so now the T1 is clearly pulled ahead by a long stretch because of that shortcut. And I didn't realize my game audio was so low there. Alright, well that's that map in a nutshell. So let's go... Let me just double check to make sure there was no other, like, official maps that I liked. This one was okay. Yeah, I don't want the mini maps. So we'll go back to ours here. Oh, you know what? Actually, we were messing around on this one. Let's run some long trains on this real quick. Because this gauge is smaller than usual. I think. I don't know. Oh, you know, speaking of South Africa, I would have to look, and I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if there was somebody that did a Garrett model for this game. Actually, I'm kind of curious to check, so do bear with me real quick. Let me go to the Steam Workshop and see if I can find a Garrett. There's actually looks like somebody has done one. It doesn't look entirely all that promising. Because it looks like somebody just rearranged one of the vanilla models. And of course, there's no real good pictures of it, so yeah, that's a bust on that. No Garrett's for you guys, sorry. Alright, so let's get this started. I think we got everything hooked up here. And what I'll do is we'll do some shunting here because I'll show you this little dock area. This is really cool to me. I'll turn that down just for a little bit here. So the detail on this is just breathtaking for me. And like I said earlier in the stream, the owner or the creator of this map went and reached out to me saying that they were doing some upgrades, and the update to that map has come out, so things have changed. Like before the last time we were on this map, there were none of these posters, and this is a really cool little trick as to what they did. They went and took the same photo and then rotated it to match with the different wall pieces there to get that perfect curve, and it's really, really just impressive how well it came out. So I could only imagine you know, just the amount of time that took. But even these, like, these are screenshots of the game that were just edited with some filters, it looks like. But, like, the way that it was done is just amazing. Now, they do have some, like, IRL photos of some of the stuff that's been modeled in the game. Or modeled on this map, I should say. There's some of the Steam Workshop screenshots, I believe. But, like, back over here, here's another picture of one of the engines coming out of the tunnels. And if we go through, I think it's in here. If we go into the one shop here, or the one shed, with this door that opens, I can show you guys, like, there's builders' prints of the engines here. There's real photos with those prints as well. I think there was a third photo in here, maybe. I don't remember, but just, like, the attention to detail on this map, even with the included modding that comes with it, is just amazing. Like, all the cargo in here, like, the inside of this building was fleshed out, the wires, the lights. There's a crane here that operates, sort of. And this is a cool thing. This is actually kind of one of the things in particular that sold me on this map, or rather got me to click on it. And I'll show you actually exactly what it was. But it uses the same trick. Is one of the screenshots showcases a transfer table. And in the game by default, there are no transfer tables, and there's none of these transfer switches. I don't know what the technical term is for these, but I know there is one, and it's a very rare thing you see in railroading to begin with, as it has very limited use cases. But for the transfer table, it uses the same exact trick, and to operate it here, I have to take this guy. Let me go up here. And I believe it's edit track. Oh, actually, no. Hold on. How do I... There we go. So I want to have a small dome here, because I really only want to affect this. So what we can do then, as the triplex blows by hollering its whistle, what we can do then is select F to edit the table, and you'll get this 3D gizmo here. And from what I've picked up, you can hold down the left control key and drag, and it snaps. So I can snap this over to the other track, and then when I hit F again to finalize its position change, the engine updates with it. Now, clearly something weird just happened with this guy here, so I'm just going to replace it here. And again, I can just hit F. And it's a bit of a weird trick. Oh, as you can see, the engine de-snapped from the thing, but we can just place it back. I really wish transfer tables were an actual feature in this game, because they have switches, like custom switches and turntables, all of which are fantastic. But transfer tables are just another awesome thing in of itself. So this was a really cool piece of detail that this person added to the map. And the name of the map, I believe, is PC&LE. Hold on. P&LCE, sorry. And there's the guy that made it, King Nathan the Thirst. And it's a really amazing map. There was some sort of track competition that the game did on Steam with its workshop community, and this, I believe, was the first place winner of that competition. So, as you can see, the detail to this map is just breathtaking. So I want to show the other part here that I was talking about. So this guy. So this works the same sort of way as the transfer table. And I'll do the same thing. I'll edit the track, put that down so I can do this. But except instead of grabbing one of these handles to change the lateral direction, we're going to grab the circle here that's on the same plane as the turntable, because this is technically a turntable piece. We'll hold control, snap it, and it should snap. Oh, it should snap in place. Oh, that's weird. So I don't know what happened to this one. I'll have to report this to the guy that made it. But last time I played, this snapped right here, so I don't know exactly what happened. But that's how it should work. I can actually show you guys. Let me save this. I won't bother with the thumbnail. I'm just going to save it. Downloaded maps. And micro layout. So the same person that did that map also did this one, which is Nathan's micro layout. And this is where I learned that particular trick. Now, the spawning in on this map is pretty awesome. But as you guys can see, there's another transfer table here. That was done with the same technique. That's not all at all. Crazy. But they did another cool thing here. So over here is the same thing that we were just showing. And I don't know if there was a change to the game that caused this issue. But we'll go ahead, edit the track. Put that away. And let's rotate this. Yeah, so see this one lined up. So what I can do is I can just push this guy to the left. Put it on the table. Edit the table itself. Rotate it. As you guys can see, the track that the engine was sitting on changed direction. So if I hit F to finalize, it snaps back into the position, acting like it was moved to, or moved with the engine itself, or with the table. So yeah, this is a fun little layout here. And it was defined to be a micro layout. As you can guys can see, there's a lot of really fun detail. This was just like a little excerpt this person did. And there was another one that they were working on. Here's a normal transfer table, or not transfer table, turntable. As you guys can see, some of the normal functions you get with this game. And I love the engines. I love the tiny hoppers and all that fun stuff, and the just small track here. But yeah, this is kind of just a very short line type deal. So you have point to point. There's a dock on one end, a sort of mountain on the other, or cliff, all the way up here, and it's all electric engines operating here. In the middle, up top, there's a yard with 2 cars in it. There's a few cars down here. There's added details. Just fun stuff. And it's a really cool, fun little puzzle map, if you will. If you enjoy some of the, like, sort of shunting puzzles, or kind of that aspect of gameplay. Because you really kind of have to think about how things are laid out here. And you guys can see some of the switchboard stuff here. And this was cool too. A nice little detail was they marked out like how many cars fit in the siding. So like 2 cars max here. And this was for this. So if I go and copy this, and I'll just place it here, you guys can see that. Oh, mine is yeeting the car. Yeah, you guys can see that the cars, there's only really about 2 cars length for the siding. I'll copy another one here. And I believe it hit like some sort of bumper. Oh, this one has a bumper. This one doesn't. But I think there should be one. But all this nice detail, like the tipped power lines here, all really amazing. Amazing, amazing stuff. Dare I say even this shed was probably custom built. Because there's so much detail here on the inside. And let me just like down my speed here. Move it around here. But as you guys can see, there's like sketched blueprints or layout maps here. There's again builder plans and whatnot here. The engines that are in here. Well, not this one in particular, but that one there. And even what's under here. I don't know what this exact part is. But this is a nice little Easter egg, I guess, if you will. But yeah, a lot of fun little detail. The different like inner tracks added here, the double guardrails. I've never even noticed this. What is this? What does this do? Oh, it's a light. Hold up, how many of these lights are there? Oh, chat, we need to change the time. We'll do sunset. Now, let's do midnight. Oh, wow. And were these automatic? So I want to get in here. Does this thing have a light? It's very hard to see. There's some sort of... It's very dark in here. Hold on. Midday. Turn the light back on. What's in here? There is some sort of handle in here. I'm guessing that's a brake. I don't know trains. Yeah, I would guess that's some sort of brake. Stuart, enjoy your rest of the day, evening, morning, whatever it may be for you. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. But yeah, let's go back to midnight here. don't know what that was. So wait, is there a light switch here? This is a light, right? Why is it not turned on? Oh, there's a switch here. Dink. The Canadian flag in there is not having a good day. But like, these little doors open. This is so cute. I love this. I've been in the Rolling Line community for very little, and this has very quickly become one of my favorite creators. Nathan, if you end up watching this, please, if I don't find them, I will probably try and find more of your maps if you have any. But do send me anything that you're working on. You're an amazing Steam Workshop creator for this game. I love this. Oh, and this is what I learned the transfer table trick from with the switches. And that kind of explains it there. I'll showcase that in a little bit. Well, let's go down the dock. There should be lights down here, yeah? Yeah, there's lights down here. All the lights are so cool. And they're hidden inside, like, other objects, too. So very, very nice attention to detail. It doesn't look as great, per se. I think that's a second object, right? Unless I'm completely wrong. I don't know. But the lighting on the map, perfect. Absolutely, absolutely perfect. Now let's get down there on the ground. Oh, and it's raining too. Yeah, that's very well done. It's the appropriate amount of light. It's pitch black over here. Let's going towards the engine shed, I believe. Yep. Yeah, this would be realistic. You wouldn't have really any light if this is like a remote location from a city, away from a city. Yeah, that very, very well done. You would only have light in very little places. There's no signals, but again, I wouldn't expect there to be with how small this map is. But like the bridges here, this I believe might have been custom done, maybe not. No, you know what, I'm gonna say not. But the wobbly track, the ties being completely separated, very, very nice touch. Even the different colored ones here. And the choice for the levers or levers for this switch is also very good for this. Very, very fitting. I'd almost love to see a sort of like quarry mineshaft style map done in this style. Especially one that goes down like down into a mine. That would be just breathtaking. Let me see, did he? Oh, no. Okay, so this map does not use the same trick the other one does with the water. But still, look at that. That is well done. Very, very, very well done. It'd be cool to see some details in the water, too. Even if, like, a custom prop was made of, like, an engine that kind of rusted in the water after being down there for a few years. Okay, so let me change this to daytime. There's no lights over here, right? This is kind of its own thing. Yeah, there's no lights. It's a desert water tower. Alright, so let's change it to midday here. Up our speed again so we can move around. Yeah, so this thing over here. So this was using the same trick. Oh, they placed a custom layout board here, which looks really well done. So I can go and edit track again. And then options, hold control, and I'll shove this all the way down, I think there? Yeah. So this works as an elevator. And we can grab, say, this engine. I don't know if we'll get a car on there, so we'll just grab the engine. HO, no. No, don't go there. I've had enough of that community. Yeah, well, alright, back up sometime this century, please. Oops. Something went wrong there. But, okay. That train ceased to exist, apparently. It did not want to go chew. Where did that go? Did it, like, clip into something? Hello? Train? Please come back. Try again? Nope. Oh, no. Okay, well, as you guys can imagine, what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to be able to edit that platform, take the engine back up, and then use it. Clearly something went wrong there. I don't know what. That's beyond me. But yeah, that's the micro layout here. I really love this. This is very well done. I love the attention to detail from this creator. And I would love to see so much more out of this. Even if, like, this map was extended, too, that'd be cool. But kind of it being a micro map really does more justice, I think. And all these custom doors, I really got to figure out how to do these, like, cabinet things. Very well done. I don't know what this is about. Tribute to Monument Valley. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Alright, so let's load our map now that we've looked at some amazing stuff, and so you guys can go and be embarrassed about what I've created. Yeah, so welcome back to the Derp Railroad, lol. This was the map I was working on during the last stream. I kind of set up the staging area, this large yard. Large. And I was kind of messing around with what I wanted to do here. And after re-looking at that Brazilian map, I might redo these here. But let's see. I'm just like very tempted to be lazy about this and just create a loop just for the sake of running trains. Oh, I will show the turntable off here in the roundhouse because this did take some work. And this one has its settings set a bit differently than the other turntables we've seen in this stream so far. So I'll run this over and let's just pull out... let's pull out the T1. So I'll run it this way. Oh, jeez. Yeah, enough of RO for today, guys, please. The community has done that game already to death. Alright, so we'll pull out the T1 here. And I've set the turntable up where it continuously turns until I otherwise tell it to stop. And I changed the speed of it drastically. But we'll fire up the T1 here. We'll push it out on the table. And the table is actually about the perfect length for this, which is wonderful. Because when you guys see the T1 on this thing, it's a pretty accurate representation of how the T1 looks on the Pennsylvania turntables. So it snugly fits, as you all can see. It's got some sort of weird clang noise to it, which I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's the particular model or something else going wrong. But we'll select the turntable again, and let's see. We'll go this way with it. Hello, Radioactive. And with the roundhouse too, we've got a number of different size stalls. So we got the largest ones here, and on here. But we got the smallest set and then the medium set in the middle. So we have plenty of options to like effectively hold each engine for the most part. So that's where that should be, and we'll go ahead and back this up. So the turntables work out really nicely in this game, and I love them for it. I don't think this engine properly fits through. Oh, no, it does. So we'll back this up a little quicker. I have no idea what the switches are set for, so who knows? Oh, jeez. Okay, so let's stop it there. And take a look. So we should be on this track. So let's go that way. Nope, that way. That way. And we'll grab this. So I think I set that up correctly. So let's find out. I'm gonna go forward, not backwards. And this yard actually was a bit of a pain to set up. But I think overall I did pretty well with it. Alright, we'll reverse. As you guys can see, having a switch in the wrong direction when you're merging on a switch, if you want to call it that, clearly will not derail you. Cool. So we got that. Let's just back up for giggles. I actually don't know if we'll fit with the track that we have here, because this is actually quite long. And we can't actually go anywhere because I don't have anything set up. I think I might have... Oh, I'm scared to look how close we are. Oh, okay. Yeah, we are decently close. Alright, so we're at the end of that track. Please tell me we can switch to something. Oh, we are like a hair away from being able to go somewhere else. Let's see. Alright, let's go forward from here. And we have no drifting cars, which is a good thing. And this little loop should take us around the roundhouse. Try to turn the game audio up for you guys. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this layout yet. I might try and attempt to build like a quick loop around the table that we have set up now. Oh, nope. Nope. That is not what we wanted. Alright, so let's back you up. Oh, nope. Backing you up was a mistake. Oh no. We've got 4 different things drifting right now. Okay. Let's attempt to fix that. That should fix that one. Is this only HO scale? I wouldn't actually call it HO scale. Actually, I wouldn't really call it any scale at all. Oh, we still got something drifting here. What track am I on? This one. I'm trying to fix a drifting train. There we go. Yeah, the interesting thing with rolling line is, yeah, there is no defined scales to what it is in terms of, like, traditional model railroading. So as you would think of O scale, HO, N, Z, you know, that type of thing, G, L, if you want to include Lego. Yeah, it's kind of its own system. Do pardon me, guys. I'm gonna have to stand up here real quick and turn on the AC. So, BRB. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna grab a drink. So, again, be right back. Let's throw a party while I'm gone. What do you think this is, HO? How dare you smile? Yeah. Rolling lines scales are a bit whack. Because they have American stuff in here, they have New Zealand stuff, they got European stuff, all that kinds of fun shenanigans. So it's really hard to kind of define what the actual scale of the game is. Alright, let's look at our switches here. We are on that track, so go across, stay on that one. So that will take us all the way over here. And then jump only reverse. I want to be on that track. So I think my reverse is good. Alright guys, let's keep the spamming of the emotes down a little bit here, please. Oh, I failed. Oh. The whole thing I was trying to avoid. How did I still mess that up? Oh, because I didn't flip the proper switch here. Alright, back up. Beep beep. I need my cursor here. So coming out of this, I want to go up one, then straight across. Now that should work. Do I have a model railroad? I do own O-gauge models. I don't have a layout per se. I'll explain a little bit more in a second here. Hello, Autistic Gamer. Welcome on back. Also, Wesley, I know there's ways to set up donations and whatnot, but I'm the kind of person that doesn't really feel right in terms of asking for money. Despite you guys being willing, of course, to support me in any way you guys see fit. But yeah, you guys don't have to give me money. I don't do this for money. I do this for fun. The support you guys have already given me is more than enough, and messed up again. Why does this train want the hoppers, bro? Oh, that's why, because every siding is turned in. No! Oh, what a fail today, chat. What a fail. Alright, now do we have this set up? Yeah, they're auto racks. MK. What's my favorite locomotive? My all-time favorite? Oy. The T1 is up there. Mainly because I'm the Pennsylvania local. And I've always loved the look of the Pennsy T1. Though I think my current favorite would still actually be a bit of an odd choice, even. And it's Norfolk Southern's SD40. Which I do have a model of, and it's got a road number of 6201. And it's in O-gauge from MTH. Rotor Sound 3, I believe. Very fun engine to play with. But yeah, favorite steam engine, Pennsylvania T1, favorite diesel, NS SD40. And then if we want to include electrics, Pensy GG1 from GE. Feel free to cancel me. Can you kick cars? No. Unfortunately. At least as far as I've seen. Kicking cars would be interesting in this game, but it's sort of a level of interaction I don't think the game is really structured for. Not like what we've been able to do in, say, Railroads Online. Where, you know, you guys can just, you know, kick the cars around into sidings. I don't know. It would certainly be interesting if this game did eventually support kick shunting in some fashion. I just don't personally see it becoming a thing, in my opinion. So let me set these correctly, hopefully this time. And we should be able to go straight back towards the turntable. The name of this game is Rolling Line. It is a model simulator, model train simulator, if you will. So you get to create and build your own layout and then operate the trains for it. No economic structure, so you can't classify it as a tycoon, if you will. But it was initially a VR game, but does have general PC support, as you guys can see, because that's how I'm playing, because I don't own a VR headset. Although I wouldn't mind owning one. Yeah, its Rolling Line is available on Steam. Oh, and there was another feature somebody wanted to bring up that was mentioning in chat. Because as I said, I'm actually in the test branch of the game, and not the normal main branch. So there's a new tool that's being worked on. I don't think it's been since updated, but we can take a look in a minute. We'll pop in this guy. Oh, very much loud. Yeah, I mean, MK, in a certain perspective, being able to kick shunt would be probably welcomed. I can't really, for say, speak on the matter because I've not been in the position to even, like, experience general model railroading, if that makes sense. Oh. Okay, backing up slowly. And I'll enlighten on that detail in a minute. Oh. Okay. That's one of the very few times I've had that break. That's actually, I think, the first time this table's broken. I must have just clicked on the wheels. There we go. Yeah, so as I was saying, I can't really speak in terms of, like, what sort of mechanics this game would probably ought to have, because I've never been in the situation where I've had access to a model, like a full operating model layout that's owned by a club or somebody that has one, to kind of get the experience of running on a model layout. So I don't know, per se, in my opinion, if kick shunting would be something that most modelers would do. I know, like, a lot of the nicer engines, and as an example, like MTH, their more newer modern stuff has a lot of support for being able to control the couplers, and being able to couple and decouple the front and the back of the train. So I mean, I don't know. Also, what the world just happened there? Okay. There's something has gone broke. Take 3, I guess? This is the first time I've never had this problem with this turntable. Malika? No. Please do not self-promote here. Yeah, so as Husky has kind of stated, it's clearly it's not really the most ideal thing to do kick shunting. And I'm not surprised that there's model hump yards. Like, in that case, if it's set up properly, then I would understand. And that could be very, very well done. But, I don't know. Take it as you will. It's a quality of life feature, I would put it, that could add to the game, but also could probably make things a little bit more troublesome, adding the detail there. Thank you, Sheridan. Alright, that engine is on. Really? What? Also, this turntable's turning the wrong way. I mean, yes, sure, MK, as a toggle, it would be an interesting quality of life feature. But I would still argue that even this game being, I believe, classified as early access, I could be wrong. I believe it's early access still. You know, there's still potential opportunity for it. Something that I would personally love to see would be multiplayer support for this game, and there's a bit of a more reason for that. But let's see if we can actually finally get this T1 into one of these stalls without it breaking. And it looks like we're good here. Now, it doesn't perfectly fit into the stall. I guess it does, if you don't mind phasing the coupler through the door, but the door's not even closed, so that's fine. Um, oh, okay, so Rolling Line isn't released, not early access. Okay, that's good to know. I kind of assumed that since it was still being worked on, that it was early access. Generally, that's the premise for most things these days. But again, things can be worked on even after the exit of early access. Hello, Starboy, and welcome in onto the stream. Please, if you need sleep, go and get it. This stream will be up on YouTube for you guys to enjoy later. Yeah, so multiplayer support. My kind of 2 cents on that matter. Rolling Line is a great concept, and it's a great game, and it's a wonderful piece of work. And it's greatly supported by the Steam Workshop community. Multiplayer, while I believe last I heard it was kind of a denied idea for the game, in my opinion, it would be rather welcome to have multiplayer support because, I mean, there are lots of really massive layouts, and even if there wasn't massive layouts, even having small ones, kind of just being in that kind of immersion, if you will, where not everybody has the ability to own a full-scale size model railroad and to constantly have the time available to play with friends. Like, I mean, COVID put another nail in that coffin in terms of, getting around people and being able to do model railroading as a group, which I'm sure a lot of model railroads had kind of sort of suffered from. But yeah, just being able to like drop in and out of a model railroad at any time to kind of play with things, build things, change it up without having to worry about any expenses and to hang around people and role play and all that kind of fun stuff. Like, I could see that as the huge benefit for the game. But, I mean, with multiplayer, there's always a whole bunch of issues that could arise. Griefing would be a concern in that department. The only reason I say that, of course, is because I've spent way too much time in the Minecraft community to know the damage of people that can do. But, yeah, a digital model railroading club, if you will, as Husky put it, would be really cool to see. And the game has potential for it, but it is, at the end of the day, of course, up to the developer of the game to kind of see where that support would go. But in my opinion, it would be cool to see. It would be very awesome to have like people kind of like get together, focus on building something like amazing, and with the support for the Steam Workshop, you can pull in like road names, your favorite road names, Pensy, Union Pacific, Conrail, whatever it may be, Canadian National. Those are just the first ones coming to my head. Build a themed layout, pull stuff from the Steam Workshop, put it together, work on it, have people work on certain areas to really add in the detail and all the fun stuff that you could have with model railroading, and the game has a lot of potential for that. And I mean, from what I've seen, even like there's a lot of amazing maps, even the one I was showing off earlier today, and I'll jump back over in there real quick. The PNLCE map that was made by Nathan. But I'll use this map as an example because the amount of detail in here is awesome. And it's a very good example of somebody that made a map from the community and really knew what they were doing in terms of detailing and scaling things. Like, just look at all this. The cliffs are very, very well done. The track work, the grades, everything in this, it's amazing. Even the added detail of a smaller gauge, which isn't really natural in the vanilla version of the game. It's just all this. Like, you have this on a much larger scale with people to run around. It's going to be a ball. And, I mean, take it as you will. And it's a sole developer in another title. doing what they can to really develop a game. And there's a lot of potential for it, with it being another sort of niche department. So, yeah. And again, just all the detail here really, really adds into it. Like, these tunnel entrances are custom. I don't know what they used for this, but it's very, very well done. But, yeah. Even something as smart as this. I don't know if you all have paid attention to this, because I've not really shown it off too much. I did show it off in one of the previous times I was on this map. But this shunter here, or this little train, goes back and forth on its own. It's AI controlled, and there's signs probably hidden somewhere that I'm not seeing, that tell the engine to stop, reverse, and then go back down the line. Granted, it's a point-to-point line, and you can't really do much with it, so it's kind of one of those great pieces to have kind of bumper back and forth. But even that of itself, like, really just amazing added amount of detail. Yeah, I can kind of get that, TC. Yeah, I mean, MK, I don't know how feasible it would be to mod in multiplayer. But you know, it's the Steam modding support in the workshop support that does partly drive this game, which is awesome because it's very well done. I don't know, we'll see. This is another title, despite it already being out of early access, to keep an eye on because it's still being actively developed. And I'll show off one of the things that has been currently been worked on. So I'll pop over back here. Yeah, so one of the features that was being worked on, there's two things. One, there is this new grouping tool, which allows you to select things. So let me put this down for a second. Enable bulk editing, edit all track. We'll use that as an example. Because as I said earlier, we're in the test branch of the game. But what I can do, if I go over here, I'll use this over here. I can select these. We'll just do a quick selection here. And then hit apply group, hitting enter in that process. And then if I put this tool away and... Oh wait, no, did I not do that right? I must have not done that right. Oh, okay. So sorry, it was left click to apply group, not enter. My bad. So what I can do is then I can just grab this and then go like this, maybe. It doesn't seem like you can rotate too well, but essentially that you can just grab it as one giant piece. I don't want it to turn that way. But yeah, that's one of the new features being worked on. And then another one, I'm going to break this group real quick. And then another awesome thing is there's a side track snapping. So I can pick up a curve piece and just go over here and snap it at a perfect length away. And it will adjust the radius and size as you go closer or further away. So it'll keep things perfectly parallel going through a curve, which is really awesome. So that's how I got a lot of this double track down so nicely. There's a bit of a alignment issue in regards to making yards, which wasn't too noticeable, but I ended up using like the custom fill piece that they have in the game. So if I go to the track menu here, the gap fill track, which allows you to fill in a custom amount of track here, and I don't know what a good example would be. Yeah, so like this, it would auto-generate the track in between. So that's something that's been being worked on. And one of the cool things about the Rolling Line Discord, if you haven't gone into it yet, I would recommend doing so, because Gage, the developer of the game, frequently posts active development updates on everything that he's doing with the game, so a good place to stay purely up to date on everything for this game. Let's jump over here, though. I'll try and do some building, or at least to attempt to do some building. I'm not entirely in the right state of mind for it, but we will do our best. Kind of see what we come up with. So I'll go edit room. Yeah, you know what? Actually, apply all changes and then edit room. So this time I'm only editing the room. Alright, we'll grab this. I was attempting to build like part of a mountain, but I'm gonna have to try and reapproach the way I'm doing this. Simply because I didn't like how it was turning out. Oh, and one thing I do want to check while I'm at it. Oh, okay, so you can increase the height. I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Okay, you can really increase the height. That's pretty interesting. Jackson, I wouldn't blame you after what I've seen the past 2 days in regards to the Railroads Online Discord. What has happened there, and I've already spoken enough on that situation as is, but a little bit more for you guys is, I would say that's a bit of a more unique case. Being that some very poor decisions were made, and the people that are left now to deal with it deserve every part of it. So I think it's a one-off case, honestly. And with Rolling Lines Discord, I can't speak on the management of it because I don't know anything about it so far, but from what I've seen, it's very well done. It's very well chill, and it seems like a pretty well relaxed place to hang out, honestly. Lots of support for railroad fans, no matter what kind of railroading you're into. Can I friend you? No, sorry. Alright, so I'm gonna just try and attempt to build a little bit here. I'm kind of just going as is with this, and we'll see how it turns out. Oddly enough, before all the Railroads Online shenanigans has happened over the last 2 days, the past couple of streams that I've had with this game, I've been very tempted to attempt to rebuild the Railroads Online map in this game. And I might start doing that still. That is not where I wanted you. No, what? Why is it being messy here? I'm an amateur modeler. No friends for me. The Rolling Line Discord server is a bit hard to track down in terms of the invite. I forget how I came across it. You might have to look it up somewhere. Wesley, if you're talking about my personal Discord server, which is in bad need to be upgraded and repaired, give me a few days on that department, Chief, and I'll try and fix that up for you guys. Which, by the way, if anybody's interested in joining my Discord, which a lot of people have, surprisingly, and again, thank you all for the amazing support you constantly give me. The invite for my Discord server is in the description down below, so you guys can join if you want. The only thing I ask is please follow the rules and be respectful until I can have a chance to update the Discord server and kind of all that fun stuff. Alright, so I think I've honestly made a big enough table. If I end up doing the Railroads Online map, this room's gonna have to be like 3 or 4 times bigger. Potentially. And I don't know if I have the brain capacity to do that. I don't know. We'll see. I attempted to kind of cover up the staging room. This is going to have to do some work still. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to enable all changes and then go back to editing track. So we're done with building the road here. What I am going to do is I'm going to grab a portable drawer, pop that out over here, and just lay it out. It wants me to apply. Alright, well, we can fix it later. I want to grab the pieces I was using here. Alright, K-Kid. I hope you enjoy the game. Why? There we go. Alright, so the new snapping feature I'm using obviously causes some issues at times. So for now, I'm going to start off by trying to build a decently sized loop here. Actually, you know what? I wanted to try and inject switches. So let's go over here. We'll grab this. I forget the exact switch we used. So that. And that. Because I want to kind of try and keep it the way that we've had it. There we go. Alright, so there's plenty of room there. Are my mods just in the Steam Workshop? The mods for Rolling Line are all Steam Workshop support, I guess, if that's how you want to put it. Alright, what's the chances this lines up? Alright, very clearly not. Oh, and this one's off the ground, too. I don't know what happened there. What the crap? Why? What? Why is that one off the ground? Not that I care, because I was going to raise it anyway, but... Yeah, now it's got a weird bump in it. something strange has happened here. Alright, that looks alright. There we go. Alright, whatever that was. I think I fixed it. Alright, and then I want to grab... this. There we go. Alright, so we've got 4 in and 4 out. 2 of which have gone up to an elevated line, so we can kind of mess around with that. But let's try and build at least a direct main line across, or around the table, if you will. So I'm going to disable that for now. And this is going to look like a very boring layout at first, but bear with me, guys. I want to go with a decently wide curve here. Oh, that's not all that wide. How about this? It's going up again. What? What is going on with this game? I don't know what's going on here. Grab a fresh piece. Oh, you know what? I think I know what it is. Track. I have a gradient, but where's the rotation for track? I think I have an overlapping keybind here. Alright, clone track, increase gradient. Where's just the general movement speed interaction? Where's the rotate controls? Oh, there. Alright, I think I just need to change these keybinds or get rid of them. Let's go with that. Alright, I gotta watch my time here. Alright, I think that solved the issue then. Okay, that explains what was happening then. Alright, how much until I'm... Okay. So that's parallel with the table then. Alright, so that should be... Alright, that is a nice curve. So I think we're going to grab that. And we'll use another tool here that's new to the game in the testing mode here. Apply group. We'll set that aside. We'll build out a few more pieces here. That should hopefully do. Maybe one more? Nope. Okay. I know we can do custom pieces, but I'm trying to just be decently quick for this right now. Just to sketch things out. Alright, so we're going to take this and we'll clone it a few more times. And then what we're going to do is, even if we're holding a straight piece, we're going to re-enable the side set track side snapping. And now, as you guys can see, the piece turned into a curved piece and is going to be perfectly matched up with the other piece here. So we're going to quickly build our second track around the curve, like so. And there we have it. Now we have a perfect double tracked curve that is apparently not parallel with the table. Oh, it is parallel. It just looks weird, I guess. Okay. Regardless, we'll keep building here. Oops. I'll turn the sidetrack snap off real quick. We might inject a huge yard here. Not really. Alright, so our original turn over there, oh, this is gonna be fun, because this doesn't technically line up either, so... Oh no, this is a normal double track. Okay, this one's got the split in between. So, I'll actually go out here. Oh, that is definitely not parallel. Okay, so let's... F is not the item I wanted. So I'm actually going to delete this curve then. We'll go grab the pieces we just used. And actually, before we do that, let's extend this out a little bit more, see if we can't get some more distance here. Alright, so that should be parallel now with the table. And there we go. Hello, Husky the Gamer. How's it going? It's going okay. I don't have much time left tonight, guys. I got about a half an hour, so I apologize. This is not going to be a generally longer stream than what you guys are used to. Oh yeah, the new fun of the misalignment in the auto snap here for parallel tracking. We can fix that later, though. If I go back, oh no, that all right, that lined up then. All right, so as we get closer here, we're gonna have a fun time trying to line things up, I think. So we'll call it stops there. All right, and then we'll grab our piece here. Oh, I guess this works. Not what I originally wanted. Oh, and it's not going to snap for me. Yeah, this kind of stuff tends to break. If you guys wanted to custom libraries for me, that's up to you. I'm not gonna ask you guys to do that. I just enjoy playing the game. Alright, so we are off a bit here. So leave that there. Try this turn again. Oh yeah, we are off a lot of bit here. So let me see if we can't get this relatively closer together. I'll go ahead and grab a smaller piece from one of the yards here. That's a custom fill. That's a custom fill. There we go. That's actually almost spot on. All right, let's see. I can't grab that right now, so edit room. Grab. All right, and I want a straight piece. Oh wow, was that actually like what I just needed? That might have just been the magic piece right there. All right, I need to go. And disable room editing real quick. Apply all changes. Edit all track. There we go. Alright, Starboy. Enjoy your sleep, and thank you so much for hanging out. Alright, I believe this is still the original piece. Hey! Alright, it's not spot on, but it is pretty close. And I will find that acceptable. Do not mind it, Berkshire. Hey, do what you want. I love seeing the kind of the community support and the Steam Workshop for this game. It's been very interesting to watch so far. Just delete that piece. Alright, it's a bit of a tacky connection there, but it's not the worst thing in the world, and it's my first time doing this, so we'll take it as is. And for some fun, let's set up some trains. Oh, these switches here don't have their handles. I want to add this one. Oh no, wait, hold on, I remember this. Add new. Turnout. Flip. There we go. Close menu. Alright, both pointed in because the other tracks are dead ends. Let's grab some choo-choos and make them go round. What game will I stream next? I don't know. I imagine I'll be doing a lot of rolling line as streams. Rap Creeper. That's interesting. I've not looked into the all the models on the workshop available, but yeah, I hope there's support for that. To go back to you, Autistic, real quick. Because I know people have been asking sort of what I'll be doing since I'm no longer Railroads Online Community Manager. I will still be here on YouTube, obviously, as I'm streaming currently. I'll probably keep Rolling Line as one of the games I'll stream rather than do recorded content for, unless I decide to showcase something. But you guys can expect videos like Derail Valley, because I'll continue that series. Despite the outcome on Railroads Online, I might do a kind of insight, not an insight video, but like a playthrough, if you will, of American Railroads, just because somebody had bought it for me very graciously, and I've never played it. So we'll do that, I guess. I know people in the past have asked if I'll do a playthrough of Railroads Online, like my own sort of standalone playthrough. But I've played enough of the game on stream to not really kind of feel right doing it. Or at least in my opinion would feel that it would be entertaining, to so to speak. But yeah. I'm sure there are a few other games. I've got actually quite a few games that I've had sat backlogged for quite a long time that I'll probably try, but we'll see how the input goes on the feedback for the videos. I know quite a few people loved the Derail Valley one, so I'll do that again. I had actually started recording a second episode for that, or a second video. However, when I was recording that, my power cut off halfway through that video, and I didn't lose the footage or any of the files attached to it, but it kind of ruined my mood for that episode, so I'm gonna go back and try either replay the beginning real quick to kind of put myself back in the right position, or do something with that. So I don't know what's gonna go on with that right now. But yeah, I'll probably step into some other games. I know a lot of people had originally subscribed to this channel for Railroads Online content, and that's what you guys were here for. You know, obviously respectfully for wanting to know what's happening with the development of the game. But yeah, it's my own channel, so I will continue using it as such. And we'll see what games I kind of pop into. I might pick up some old classics that I've played in the past and do another run through that. But we'll see. Hello, Capri. Hope you're doing A-okay. But yeah, moving forward, you guys will no longer see dev blogs from me. And whoever picks that up, if it's picked up, prayers to that individual. Alright, we're done with some track building here. So let's apply all changes, that way we don't accidentally eat track. And let's grab some... Oh, jeez. Let's grab some engines out of the roundhouse here. So we had the T1 out. I'm not going to mess with that right now. I think we'll grab the triplex and the SD unit here. Who will do them next? I have no idea. Wesley, from my perspective, I got fed up with how I was treated and the lack of respect I was given, or rather compensation, I guess, for that. And with how I was treated, I got up, left, and took the keys with me. Didn't ask any questions, didn't even announce my departure from the game until after the Discord exploded and noticed. So yeah. I have no idea what's going to happen next in terms of the game and its development. That's beyond me, and I do not care. So let's grab the triplex first. Okay, kid, enjoy. Alright, so we'll get that going. And it's going to be coming off of the middle track here. So I will stop it generally up ahead here. I don't know, Autistic. That's a triplex that somebody did, and I know I showed this earlier, but I'll show it again, really kind of how this works, because it's a Steam Workshop item. But it's separated in 3 different pieces, and each of these pieces are technically classified as an engine in the game. So I'll push that to the left here a little bit. There we go. The GG1 I have in there is technically 2 pieces as well. Alright, so middle track. We'll go across. Also, I want to make sure that we stay in the proper lane even when we reverse, so we don't accidentally go somewhere where we don't need to. And then, what should we pick up here? I'll give it the hopper cars. So I want to go 3 tracks in. Off that. So that's 1, 2, 3. And yeah, we'll go with that. So let's see how that works out. Capri, I won't have time for that today. Sorry. In about 15 minutes, I gotta get off and start getting ready for work and eating and relaxing before I have to go in. So I did not check any of the other switches, so hopefully that doesn't bite us in the butt. I don't think it will. Okay, Capri. Thank you. Alright, so we got the hoppers. And actually, before we send this off, go to modding, PRR, grab the caboose. I know the rest of the train is not Pennsylvania because it's the vanilla hopper cars, but that's not important. And we'll send that off. And then next, we'll just grab the... I think we'll do the auto carriers and an SD unit. And I believe that's going off in the right direction. Yep, okay. So we don't have to worry about that now. Let's see. And it's going to be on that far track. So we're going to keep that as is. And make sure that it doesn't go anywhere else. Yeah, okay. So that should be isolated now on its own main line. And we'll do the same here. When we set up the other train. Oh, I want that to go up. Oh, part of the main line is the shunting. Oops. Alright, so we don't want those. We want the hoppers. And the hoppers should be this first one. And we want to be on the other line here. So I think that set us up. I don't know how long that triplex is going to take to go around the map. It hasn't even gotten halfway, I don't think. Alright, I think I've set this up enough to know where this is kind of going to go. Oh, you know what? I could bypass this whole yard on the other side. Okay, I'm dumb. Because this is not a main line. It's actually a shunting siding. And then back up. You know what? Actually, for this, we'll do something fun here. I'll clone this guy. And we'll do something like that. And we should end up on the appropriate track that we have. Alright, so we'll stop there real quick. And for this to work properly, now we need to go there. Up. Perfect. So now, if we set this full speed, we should be good to go. Now, obviously, we would need double units there to pull this few of hoppers, but it's cool. Alright, so that's going off. Let's see if we can find our triplex. There it is. And let's pop onto the caboose real quick for a minute. Oh, there's no interior on this. Shame. Alright. Okay, so clearly there's a render distance issue for this map. This has gone full speed. That's not going full speed. So we should catch up at some point. But we'll see how this goes through the map. Alright, those cars get pretty loud. Where is that SD unit? It should be coming up here. Also, I need to check to make sure it doesn't have auto switch on. Oh, actually it shouldn't, because I didn't turn the AI on for it. Alright, this... There we go. Alright, so let's see how it approaches the yard. Husky, if you're in my Discord, feel free to link it to me via DMs. Okay, this guy's not far behind. Alright, so it's staying on the far outer track, which is exactly what we wanted. Now the other train is slowly approaching from behind. Although this will now pass on the other end. So now this should go to the other side of the main line here. And we'll see the triplex on the other side. Grab this and increase the speed. slow this down just a tad so they try and meet up. And there you guys have it. 2 trains going for the yard. But yeah, I think I'm going to be calling it quits for today, guys. Like I said before, it's going to be a shorter stream because I only had about 3 hours to play, so to speak. And that's because I do work tonight. So with that said, guys, I want to thank you all so much for hanging out and enjoying the stream. For you guys that were a part of the stream in the beginning, or if anybody's watching at this point, or flipped to this point to see what has further happened with the Railroads Online Discord, go rewatch the first 15 minutes of the stream, because I do a bit of a summary there. But with that said, guys, I will be calling it quits, and thank you all so much for watching. It has been a pleasure, as always. Until next time, please enjoy. I'm going to pop on this engine for a second, and I'll catch you all next time.